Hi everyone, I am Liz from French Toast and Books, and today I am going to be doing the Mean Girls book tag. I am so glad this was created because Mean Girls is such an iconic teenage adolescent growing up movie, and I watched it all the time with my friends when we were growing up. So tying it in with books is just a dream, and I saw this 2 months ago, and I finally am getting around to making it. What you do is you read a quote from the movie and then you tie it into a bookish question. So I really have to thank Sarah Jane from the book Life, who is the one that created this tag, and I will link her original video down in the description so you can go and check it out. It's pronounced like Katie. Which fictional character's name did you just get completely wrong? I'm gonna go with Carlisle from the Twilight series. When I was reading it on the page, I was thinking something along the lines of Charlissel, Carlissel, I don't know what I did, but I got it completely wrong. She doesn't even go here. Which character would you place in a fictional world of another book or series? I pick Tessa Gray from Clockwork Angel and also Kayla from Tankborn. I just want them to be in the same place because they're very strong and independent people. I think that they would make the greatest of friends, very unique in their abilities, and I feel like they would just get along so well. I want to see them together in just one book. On Wednesdays, we wear pink. Repetition, repetition. Which book gave you serious deja vu while you were reading it? I have 3 books that all tie in with a similar theme. Fallen by Lauren Kate, Hush Hush by Becca Fitzgerald, and Evermore by Alyssa Noel. All 3 of these books all take place with a female protagonist who ends up falling in love with an angel or a fallen angel, and the female protagonist is kind of wimpy and clueless up until something happens and she's all ready for action and needing to be the strong person and figure out everything, and they just seemed like the same book for me. You've all got to stop calling each other sluts and whores. It just makes it okay for guys to call you sluts and whores. Which book gave you the complete opposite of girl power? I choose Chosen by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. And I only choose this book because Zoe is in this school of all these powerful women, and they worship Nyx, who is a woman goddess. And so women are very strong people, very important roles in the House of Night community, and she just falls for men left and right and can't be complete unless she's with a man. You go, Glen Coco! Name a character you felt like cheering on whilst reading. I'm choosing Leah in The Heart of Betrayal because she is just, you just want to cheer on. You want her to escape Venda and also learn about her past and the power that is her birthright. Get in, loser, we're going shopping. How long do you typically spend in a bookstore? I can range anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. 30 minutes is me like just picking up a book, whatever I put on hold, and then purchasing it, and then 2 hours isn't me actually browsing shelves. It's not my fault you're like in love with me or something. Which character would have to get a restraining order out on you if they were real? I'm not usually really emotionally invested in characters, at least not for me to stalk them or follow them around or profess my love for them. I do get, like, you know, giddy and swoon-worthy over characters, but nothing that I really need to, like, stalk. I've never gone that far yet, but there is still time. So I'm gonna flip the question around to answer this one and just say, what character would I get a restraining order out on? And I would get a restraining order out on Blake from Opal and Obsidian because he's crazy and scary and stalker in the complete, just cringe-worthy, ugh, no. I would not go near him in a hazmat suit. He's completely creepy. I don't like him. I can't help it that I'm popular. Which overhyped book were you cautious about reading? Currently, the book that I am avoiding reading is Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I was recommended this book through one of my coworkers, and I even read the first 2 chapters, had to give it back to the library, tried reading it again, had to give it back to the library, finally bought my copy, and I still haven't picked it up yet. She's a life ruiner. She ruins people's lives. We all love Regina George. Name a villain you just love to hate. I love to hate Naraku from Inuyasha. He is the best villain in my eyes because 1, he never dies, 2, he turns all of Inuyasha's friends on him, and 3, he builds all of these powerful followers and acquaintances, and you just can't get rid of him. I'm not like a regular mom. I'm a cool mom. Who's your favorite fictional parents? I'm gonna go with an obvious one on this, and it is the Weasley parents, Arthur and Molly, because they accept Harry, bring him in, they don't stigmatize him like everybody else does because he is the boy who lived. They accept each and every one of their children's desires and dreams, and their actions, just like when Percy left to join the ministry instead of fighting with Dumbledore's army and he was blind to all that was going on, they still loved him and cared for him and worried about him all at the same time. That is so fetch. Which book or series would you love to catch on? Hit by Delilah Dawson is such a great read for me, and I'm not going to try to overhype it too much, but I need people to read it. How do I even explain Regina George? Describe your ideal character to read about. My ideal character, all around, both they're male or female, I feel like they have to be very independent and kind, but also when they are struck with feelings, they can understand them and work through them, not shy away from them and tell them that they aren't feeling those feelings, because that was one of my biggest pet peeves. I really like people who are also witty or humorous. They are snarky, they know how to make a comeback. I don't like characters who are cruel or overly rude when they don't need to be. Even if they have a perfectly good reason, nobody deserves to be that cruel. I just have a lot of feelings. What do you do when a book gives you the serious case of the feels? This situation typically is the same outcome, but it also depends upon where I am at in the story. If it's in the middle of the story, I find a place where I can close the book, put it down, leave it for a few minutes, even a few hours or a few days until I can mentally process and prepare myself to continue reading. A good example of this is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. I had to put the book down and I sobbed for probably a half hour, and my husband came into the room and comforted me, and we talked about the book, and so I could process it even though he didn't understand what I was saying. He was there for me while I processed the information. If it's towards the end of the book, it's kind of the same thing. I read it all the way to the end so I can see if anything changes or what happens, and then I can put the book down and just kind of let myself feel what happened and digest and decide whether I'm going to continue on with the series, or if it's the last book, just kind of think about whether I enjoyed that ending or not. And that's just kind of what I do. Nice wig, Janice. What's it made of? Your mom's chest hair. Which character one-liners would you like to claim as your own? I am going to go with Vulgar from the Leviathan series by Scott Westerfield. He is just so witty. He has some of the best comments ever. He's so funny. I'll read one of them to you. He says that most men's awareness doesn't extend past his dinner plate. I mean, he's so knowledgeable, and he's just suspicious, and he picks up on every little thing. So he's like the exact opposite of this quote that he claims and he stamps on every single male character. And it's just, I love him. He's just so fun. Boo, you whore. Name a time a character's decision made your eyes roll. I'm gonna go with Cole. Pretty much any scene in Forever in the Wolves of Mercy Falls series by Maggie Stiefvater. I didn't really like him as a character, and his love interest Isabel, I didn't like them, and that's what really turned me away from enjoying the book series. But he was very self-destructive, and he knows he's self-destructive, but he can't help it, in a sense where it seems like he doesn't care. And I just rolled my eyes all the time when I was reading it, and I don't know. I couldn't take him seriously as a character. Alright, well that wraps up my Mean Girls book tag. I'm not going to tag anybody in this series because it's been going around for the past several months, and I assume anybody who wanted to do this video already has, or has already made plans to do it. If this is your first time seeing the Mean Girls book tag, totally make this video. Let me know in the comments down below if you like this video or want to talk to me about anything as mentioned. I'll see you next time. Bye!